But instead, he went to Wisconsin, a race that was not going to be won by the Republican-backed candidate anyway.
Are worse than expected, 336 and 68 vehicles, 336,068 vehicles delivered in the first quarter for Tesla. For a point of reference, the street was expecting, the street account was expecting, based on analyst expectations, a 371. Most were saying 350 to 360. Now they're coming in at 336,068. Production of 362,615. So for some point of reference here, you're going back to Q2, maybe Q1 of 2022 in terms of the last time that they had production this or deliveries this low for one quarter. So again, Tesla deliveries worse than expected at just over 336,000 deliveries in the first quarter. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
That's horrible. Can I just ask Phil, how about the Cybertruck? How's that doing? You got a little inventory there in the Cybertruck?
Well, you want to know something, Jim? I saw a video over the weekend of Cybertrucks that were parked waiting in a lot in Paramus, New Jersey. Now, does that mean that they've been sold and they're waiting for delivery? There were a lot of them. When I saw the video that was sent to me by my producer, I said, holy mackerel.
Wow.
Now, they do this where they bunch them up and then they deliver them. And when you've reached them in the past, they've said, well, don't worry about it. We're going to be delivering these vehicles. Their Q1 delivery numbers in the U.S. for the Cybertruck, I'd have to go back and check, but they're not huge. I want to say 7,000, something like that. Something like 2,500 a month, roughly speaking, were delivered. But overall, this 336 number, I understand what people are going to say. You won't see a ton of pressure here because if you're into Tesla, you're into AI, robotics, autonomous vehicle technology.
Yeah, I've been doing
That's the future. Yeah. But in the meantime, you've still got to go on the monthly numbers, and the delivery numbers for the first quarter below what the street was expecting.
Hey, Phil.
Rand Paul says tariffs raise prices on Fox News. Yeah, I mean, he's a libertarian. Of course he fucking despises tariffs. Are you kidding me?
Now for getting behind this? Well, one, we should not live under emergency rule. The Constitution said taxes are raised by...
I don't have to do anything. So I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't think they need any sort of evidence that their incompetence is actually helping them fail upwards. They just would have done what they were going to do, which is nothing regardless.
Take as the biggest lesson or takeaway from last night?
And for the record, their approval ratings show that they are still very much out of favor. People do not fuck with them. Trust.
Oh, thanks for having me. I mean, clearly, this not only was a 10-point win in a purple state, but the turnout was so high. It was people coming out to say what Elon Musk and Donald Trump are doing is not supported. People don't want their health care and long-term care cut. They don't want education cut. They don't want food assistance cut, all so that Elon Musk and Donald Trump can get a tax cut. This was a very...
Yeah, there's another not so great morning for Elon Musk. Tesla Q1 deliveries worse than expected.
For tariffs, one widely anticipated number are Tesla deliveries, and for that, we'll turn to Phil LeBeau. Hey, Phil.
May even get tired. Hey, Carl, we knew these would not be good-looking numbers, and they are...
Bro, this is literally what I was looking for in terms of memes. This is what I was demanding.
...of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
Amazing. Someone needs to superimpose that with like crying HVAC business owners with like a red filter over them too, and they're just like, whoa! Why? With the repeat of him saying, we're gonna keep winning, we're gonna keep winning. Yeah. Elon Musk irritates some in the cabinet and some in the administration. Trump still likes him. He also recently told Trump team he wants to spend $100 million through Trump groups. Musk is a useful heat shield for Trump, as evidenced by him hurling himself into the Wisconsin race to the bewilderment of some around the president. Yeah, I think I think he could have also just dumped some money in the Florida races and called it a fucking day. That's also what's so stupid about this. Because he could have considered this a major victory.
Congress, most specifically taxes originate in the House and come to the Senate, so I'm against emergency rule. But on the tariffs in particular, on the idea of trade, trade is proportional to wealth. The last 70 years of international trade has been an exponential curve upwards, and the last 70 years of prosperity has been upwards also. We are richer because of trade with Canada, and so...
Fantastic. Fantastic. I love the Democrats associating themselves. Like, the Democrats criticizing Trump's insane tariffs is one thing. But the Democrats associating themselves alongside Rand Paul with, like, free trade, that is ironically a big part of the reason why Trump won places like Michigan the first time around against Hillary Clinton, who was associated with NAFTA, is so stupid. A major own. It's kind of funny. I want to hear what Bernie has to say about this, because I haven't heard what Bernie's take is on this stuff at all, because I feel like it's one of those. He's not shy about agreeing with Trump in ways that I don't even agree with Bernie Sanders. Like when he's like, yeah, there's a problem with immigration. You know, of course we want to solve it, and Trump is solving it, or whatever the fuck. When he says that, I hate it. But this is one of the unique moments where Bernie would be like, yeah, tariffs are not necessarily the worst thing. It's just the way Trump is doing it is idiotic.
So is Canada. Whenever you trade with somebody, when an individual buys somebody else's product, it's mutually beneficial, or you wouldn't buy it. If the trade is voluntary, it's always beneficial. There is no Canada versus the U.S. The consumer wins when the price is the lowest price. Tariffs raise prices, and they're a bad idea for the economy.
But what if what's the rationale for getting behind?
Why does Tim Kaine look like a shy child with his mom? Tim Kaine? Why am I agreeing with Rand Paul? Help? No, don't agree with Rand Paul. Rand Paul's a fucking libertarian freak who does not care that the American manufacturing has been gutted. Not surprisingly, Trump's overall tax and tariff proposals will make the very rich much richer and working families poorer. If you earn less than $360,000 a year, your taxes are going to go way up. If you're in the top 1%, don't worry, you save big. I'm surprised. I thought he would have said something about like Trump wanting to rebuild domestic manufacturing is an honest goal that I agree with, but the way he's going about it is silly, ridiculous. Will be another wealth transfer to the riches, the very riches in this country. Oh, this is from March 17th. TrueAnon podcast. Yeah, I know that their latest episode, first entry. We travel north, south, east, and west to try to figure out why Donald Trump wants to take Greenland, Canada, and the Panama Canal.